Today is October 13th. It is fitting that we put a spotlight on General John Armstrong Sr. of County Fermanagh, Brookborough Parish. John was well known for his time he spent with George Washington during the Revolutionary War, and he's also a direct descendant of Johnny of Gilnockie. So we have a document here. We'll show that document and get into some details of it. Here we have a document from Cumberland County. This is the original document. Mentioning King George. It's a warrant for the arrest of the man mentioned. April. Can't make that out. We'll pull up the PDF and look at it a lot closer. Witnessed by General John Armstrong, signed by John Agnew. That's the original document you're looking at. This is a photocopy of the back. You can see right there, that torn corner. That's that torn corner right there. So that would have been turned like that, sideways in there, along the back. We also have the names of all the men on there and a brief bio, which we'll go over. This picture was put in before I discovered it was not John Sr. It's actually his son, John Jr. That's a whole different story in itself. We'll get to it at a later time. We did approach that story on the Micro Museum approximately 2 years ago. Closer look at this document. You can see on our left right here, there's an official seal on the paper. We'll just scroll over here to begin. Cumberland County FF. F's like that were also F's in the right location. So here we have, let's move this over. George III, by the grace of God, of Great Britain, France, and Ireland King, defender of the faith, etc. To the Sheriff of Cumberland County, greeting. We command you that you take John Montgomery, late of your county yeoman, if he be found in your bailiwick, and him safely. Here you see the F used as an S, as in Sam. In the middle, it's still an F, and here it is an S also. And him safely keep, so that you may have his body before our justices at Carlisle, at our County Court of Common Pleas, there to be held 23rd day of April. That will be the date of the court. Next, to answer Michael Montgomery for the use of William Wilkinson of a plea that he render him 15 pounds lawful money, which back then was British pounds, of Pennsylvania, to which he owes and unjustly detains, as is said. So Montgomery owes Wilkinson. And I have you, then there is this writ, witness John Armstrong. That's not John's signature. That was written by John Agnew, who filled this form out. Esquire, at Carlisle, the 26th day of January in the 16th year of our reign. The 16th year of the reign would be 1776. So this document and everyone on it basically were traitors to the crown. They were planning the Revolutionary War at this time. They were all traitors of the crown, yet they were fulfilling the legal duties of the crown at the very same time. Very interesting. Now let's take a second look at this. Here's again what I perceived as the transcription of this. Stevenson is the prosecuting attorney, Armstrong is the presiding judge, Simple is the sheriff, and Agnew is a prothonotary. You'll need to look up these descriptions and names yourself to find out what they all mean. Now we're going to go to the front of this document. Let's see where it is. Right here. This is the part I mentioned previously where you see this little tear down there. This is the back of the note we just read. So the translation is in 120 April term 1776, Michael Montgomery for the use of William Wilkinson. Now I'm not sure what the relationship in this is between Michael Montgomery, John Montgomery, if there is a relationship or it's just coincidence of the last name. Capias Dept L15. That essentially is a Latin that means this person is to be taken into custody by the sheriff. The defendant is a young man, a mason, lives at his father's next to the plantation of William Kelso's Ferry. It's interesting, you can find in records of Cumberland County, William Kelso's Ferry that's near Harrisburg. So there's a whole story there behind William Kelso as well. This note is an arrest warrant. Simple is the sheriff. George Stevenson is the prosecuting attorney. It is a defendant who owes 15 pounds to the plaintiff. Very interesting. At some point we'll get into all the details of all the people on this document. But it is a piece of history, 248 years old, that we're very happy to have at the Armstrong Micro Museum. I hope you enjoyed this recording on the anniversary, actually, of General John Armstrong's birth in Brooksboro, County Fermanagh. We are really interested in connecting the history from Gilnockie, County Fermanagh, to America. And General John Armstrong does that with his birth in Brooksboro, son of Edward, son of Christie's Will, descendant from Johnny of Gilnockie. Please subscribe and like and share with your family.